Welcome to a Council of Black Belts. I'm Shihan Scotty Phillips. I hold the current ranking of 8th Dan, and I am Nidai Soki, second generation head of family Aido-Ryu. I'll be the moderator of this episode entitled Acceptance. What is a Council of Black Belts? It is simply what the name implies. A group of black belts from various martial arts styles coming together to openly discuss various topics in and around the martial arts. In addition, it's an open and honest discussion, not only in martial arts studies and or instruction, but on how to incorporate the martial arts into one's daily life. Our topic of discussion today is acceptance. An internet search defines acceptance as follows. Webster's Unabridged Dictionary lists the meaning of acceptance as the act of accepting a receiving what is offered with approbation, satisfaction, or anguish. Wikipedia lists acceptance as in human physiology, a person's assent to the reality of a situation, recognizing a process or condition without attempting to change it or protest it. How does the Bible speak of acceptance? The Encyclopedia of the Bible states acceptance is a condition of restoration to God. It is clear that God determined who is acceptable to him, and he is who provides the means of reconciliation of the estranged. Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 15. The saying is trustworthy and deserving of full acceptance that Christ Jesus came into the world to save sinners, of whom I am the foremost. How does the Japanese culture speak of acceptance? The Japanese word yukiru means acceptance. The concept is an approach to life that may yield greater harmony and happiness, thus allowing better handling of adversity. The practice of Ikiru is to come to terms with what's going on in one's life and understand that you may not be able to change the certain situation, yet reminding yourself that certain situations are only temporary. Taking this perspective may allow you to view the situation in a different light and realize a more positive outlook as to how you manage and or resolve the issue. The main concept is that once you start to truly accept others, you'll have a better understanding of their point of view, which may be extremely helpful when their point of view differs from your own. Acceptance from the World Martial Arts Congress Guardian Manual. The living in the shadow of death. Definition: the act of accepting or ascending, agreeing either expressly or by conduct, an act or offer. In daily life, many people living in the 21st century are living in a bubble. Every child knows he or she may grow up to be whatever they want to be, or to do whatever they want to do. They know this because this is what their parents or extended family members and friends tell them. Yet in school, they play a sport in which there are no losers. The concept of consequences and effect is no longer in vogue. The fact that actions have consequences is often not introduced into the personal knowledge base until they're standing in a courtroom before a judge. Masters and instructors have a moral and ethical duty to ensure that guardians in training understand the practical application of what is taught in the training hall. If the guardian in training cannot accept the fact that they may need to use the self-defense skills they are being taught in real-world life or death situation, they should be removed from training. Guardians in training also need to accept the fact while their self-defense skills may tilt the scales in their favor, success is never guaranteed. Good guys do die. Of course, the final acceptance is of the fact that no one, including a guardian, gets out of life alive. In the training hall. Acceptance is something that comes easily and often in a training hall. First, one accepts the fact that one is a very lowly student in a system that goes back centuries. Then one accepts the fact that one now has someone over him or her in the manner of a medieval craftsman guild, wherein he or she is the master and the student is a loyal apprentice. Then comes acceptance of the fact that the training is not what was expected and is more vigorous and demanding than anticipated. Finally comes the acceptance that one is not getting a black belt before the first of next month. It's only much later that the larger acceptance is to be had, that what one is training to do requires lifelong education and practice. More importantly, however, is that the self-defense aspect of the program are truly intended to provide one the skills necessary to defend their own life or that of another, and that the outcome could possibly be less than the one fervently desired. Our panel is now open for discussion. What are your thoughts and or experiences with acceptance? Please feel free to share your thoughts as well as additional topics you would like to see discussed. If you're interested in being part of a Council of Black Belts, let me know. We've begun an additional topic to our discussion called What Would Soki Say? This segment will allow us to hear the thoughts from those no longer with us on this side of the dojo. If you have a sensei who is no longer with you on this earthly journey, please share his or her thoughts on a topic, and we'll include such thoughts when the topic is discussed. I look forward to hearing from you. Reach out to me via email at aidoryu1982@gmail.com. Next, the thoughts on acceptance from Grandmaster Richard Hackworth. The Vikings, seafarer warriors from Scandinavia, have captivated our imagination with their ferociousness and bravery in battle. Central to their warrior ethos was an unwavering belief in the afterlife and a deep reverence for death on the battlefield. In this discussion, we delve into the fascinating world of Viking warriors and explore their unique beliefs about death in battle. From their longing for Valhalla, the Hall of Fallen Heroes, to their rituals and preparations for the ultimate sacrifice, the Vikings embraced death as a gateway to eternal glory. Valhalla, the ultimate reward. For the Vikings, death in battle was not to be mourned but celebrated as a heroic feat. They believed that fallen warriors were chosen by the gods and guided to the Valhalla, a magnificent hall ruled by Odin, the king of gods. Valhalla was a realm reserved exclusively for those who died honorably in combat. Warriors who gained entry to Valhalla would enjoy a glorious afterlife, feasting and fighting alongside other brave warriors until the final battle of Ragnarok. The Vikings were known for their fierce and fearless warriors. The Berserkis, the warriors embraced a trance-like state in battle, tapping into their primal instinct and channeling immense rage and strength. They believed that they were possessed by animal spirits or gods, granting them invincibility and protection on the battlefield. This extraordinary mindset allowed them to face death without fear, fully embracing the chaos and the violence of combat. Viking warriors prepared meticulously for the possibility of death in battle. They believed that a warrior's fate was determined by the Norns, the weavers of destiny. Before heading into battle, Vikings would engage in rituals, including the carving of runes and the invocation of deities for protection. Additionally, they adorned themselves with symbols of their beliefs and achievements, such as tattoos and amulets, to ensure a favorable outcome in the afterlife. These preparations served not only as a means of psychological readiness, but also as a way to honor the gods and ancestors who ultimately judged their valor. The Vikings held a deep reverence for fallen warriors. When a warrior died in battle, it was believed that their soul ascended to the Valhalla, where they would join a mighty host of heroes. The deceased warrior's body would be carefully prepared and adorned with grave goods, signaling their status as a revered member of the society. Funeral rituals varied, ranging from cremation on a funeral pile to burial at sea or in a mound. The Vikings believed that these rituals were essential to ensure a warrior's safe passage to the afterlife. The Viking warriors' belief about death in battle left a lasting impact on their culture and subsequent generations. Their fearless and reverence for death shaped the Norse worldview, influencing everything from storytelling and mythology to societal values. The concept of Valhalla continues to captivate the imagination today, resonating with those who admire the Vikings' warrior spirit and their unwavering dedication to the honor and glory. The Viking warriors' belief about death in battle were intertwined with their deep-rooted spirituality and quest for eternal glory. Through their unwavering conviction in Valhalla and their preparations for the ultimate sacrifice, the Vikings embraced death as an honorable and inevitable outcome of their chosen path. Their courage, ferocity, and unwavering belief in the afterlife continues to inspire awe and admiration. The Viking warrior's legacy reminds us of the human capacity to confront mortality with bravery and to find meaning and purpose even in the face of death on the battlefield. Next, thoughts from Grandmaster Shihan Scot. The Korean Hwarang warriors' philosophy on dying in battle, a path of honor and acceptance. The Hwarang, the legendary warriors of ancient Korea, exemplified a unique philosophy on dying in battle. Rooted in Confucian values and deep sense of duty, their noble warriors embraced the inevitable of death on the battlefield. In this discussion, we'll explore the Hwarang warriors' profound belief about death and how their philosophy influenced their approach to combat and self-sacrifice. From their unwavering loyalty to their commitment to protecting the weak, the Hwarang warriors' philosophy on dying in battle reveals a path of honor, bravery, and selflessness. The Hwarang warriors were guided by a set of virtues that shaped their approach to battle and death. At the core of their philosophy was loyalty to their king and country, emphasizing unwavering devotion to their cause. They believed that a warrior's purpose was to protect the weak and uphold justice, even at the cost of their own lives. Courage, integrity, and self-discipline were also central to their way of life, instilling a deep sense of responsibility and honor. The Hwarang warriors accepted death as an inherent part of their chosen path. They believed that death in battle was a noble and honorable fate, ensuring eternal glory and a place among their ancestors. This acceptance stemmed from the unwavering conviction and the cyclical nature of life and the transient nature of worldly existence. By embracing death, the Hwarang warrior transcended their fear and embodied a profound sense of purpose and resolve on the battlefield. For the Hwarang warriors, the ultimate sacrifice was an eternal part of their philosophy on dying in the battlefield. They understood their lives were expendable in the pursuit of a just cause. When faced with insurmountable odds or the need to protect their king and country, they willingly laid down their lives without hesitation. This act of self-sacrifice was seen as the highest form of loyalty and devotion, an offering to ensure the greater good for their people and future generations. Their philosophy on dying in battle was deeply intertwined with their spiritual beliefs. Influenced by Confucius principles and Buddhist teachings, they sought to cultivate inner strength and harmony between mind, body, and spirit. By embracing death as an inevitable part of life's cycle, they transcended the physical realm and sought spiritual resonance with their ancestors and divine forces. This spiritual connection provided them with a sense of purpose, courage, and resilience in the face of mortality. The Hwarang warriors' philosophy on dying in battle left a profound impact on Korean culture. Their unwavering loyalty, bravery, and acceptance of death became emblematic of the Korean spirit. Their legacy resonates in modern times, serving as a reminder of the importance of sacrifice, honor, and the pursuit of justice. The Hwarang's philosophy continues to inspire individuals to embrace their responsibilities, protect the weak, confront adversaries with unwavering resolve. The Hwarang warrior's philosophy on dying in battle exemplifies a unique blend of honor, sacrifice, and spiritual conviction. By accepting death as a noble fate and embracing the virtues of loyalty, courage, and self-discipline, the Hwarang warriors embodied a path of selflessness and unwavering commitment to their cause. Their legacy serves as a testament to the enduring power of these principles and their ability to shape not only the battlefield, but also the hearts and minds of individuals for generations to come. Next, we'll hear Instructor Mai's thoughts on acceptance. In the annals of history, few warriors have commanded as much respect and fascination as the samurai of feudal Japan. Renowned for their mastery of the sword and unwavering loyalty, these warriors upheld a code of conduct known as Bushido. Central to the samurai ethos was the acceptance of death, which formed the foundation on their unwavering bravery and unyielding resolve. This discussion explores the profound philosophy behind samurai warriors' acceptance of death, how it shaped their lives on and off the battlefield. The samurai understood that life is ephemeral and fleeting moment on the grand stage of existence. This awareness was deeply ingrained in their consciousness, prompting them to embrace the inevitability of death. By acknowledging the impermanence of life, the samurai cultivated a unique perspective that guided their actions and decisions. It bestowed upon them a heightened sense of purpose, enabling them to live each day to its fullest and commit themselves wholeheartedly to their duties. Bushido, the way of the warrior. At the core of the samurai's acceptance of death was the philosophy of Bushido, the way of the warrior. Bushido encompassed a strict moral code, emphasizing honor, loyalty, and courage. Death in the samurai's eyes was not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity to display their unwavering commitment to these ideals. The samurai believed that a life lived in accordance with Bushido principles was worth dying for. One of the most striking examples of the samurai's acceptance of death was the ritual of seppuku, also known as harakiri. When faced with dishonor or failure, a samurai could choose to commit this ritualistic suicide as a means of preserving their honor. By accepting death voluntarily, they reclaimed their dignity and maintained their loyalty to the code of the Bushido. Seppuku was a highly ritualized act involving self-infliction of a ceremonial disembowelment followed by decapitation by a trusted second. While the physical pain was excruciating, the samurai endured it stoically, displaying their indomitable spirit till the very end. Zen Buddhism played a significant role in shaping the samurai's acceptance of death. The teachings of Zen emphasize the impermanence of all things and the need to detach oneself from the worldly desires. By practicing Zen meditation and mindfulness, the samurai deepened their understanding of the transitory nature of life, thereby strengthening their resolve to face death fearlessly. Zen teachings instill in them a sense of calm and tranquility, allowing them to confront the mortal danger with equanimity and clarity of mind. The samurai's acceptance of death left an indelible mark on the Japanese culture and continues to inspire admiration today. Their unwavering commitment to honor and duty serves as a timeless example of selflessness and courage. Moreover, the samurai philosophy resonates beyond the battlefield, encouraging individuals to embrace the impermanence of life and find meaning in the present moment. The samurai warrior's acceptance of death was not an act of resignation, but rather an affirmation of life's transitions. Through the philosophy of Bushido, the ritual of seppuku, and the influence of Zen Buddhism, the samurai forged an unbreakable bond with morality. By embracing death with honor, they lived each day with the unwavering courage and dedication. Their legacy serves as a testament to the power of acceptance, reminding us all to live our lives fully and fearlessly. Viking warriors prepared meticulously for the possibility of death in battle. They believed that a warrior's fate was determined by the Norns, the weavers of destiny. Before heading into battle, Vikings would engage in rituals, including the carving of runes and the invocation of deities for protection. Additionally, they adorned themselves with symbols of their beliefs and achievements, such as tattoos and amulets, to ensure a favorable outcome in the afterlife.